Hey filmmakers, how's it going? Welcome back yet to another late night live stream. Hopefully a bunch more of you guys all start streaming in here tonight. This is my first time using this new live stream setup, so I wanted to break down for all you guys how I got it all set up, what it looks like. So I'm going to be showing you the behind the scenes and everything on it, and definitely feel free to ask me in the chat below any questions about any of the gear that I'm using and that sort of thing. So hopefully everything sounds good, looks good. Again, I haven't used this exact setup before, so hopefully the audio and video is syncing up properly. This is a little bit of a test, but also just a fun little live stream. So let me know, how does everything sound and look? Just put it in the chat below. So yeah, this is the new setup, and essentially what I've been running on for and about 1-2 years now was a Blackmagic ATEM Mini recorder, and it was just this little box. I already got rid of it. I sold it on eBay, but it was just this little box that plugged in via Thunderbolt to my iMac, and then you could plug in an HDMI or an SDI cable into it to do a live stream. So it just allowed you to have one camera setup. But now I finally invested in the ATEM Mini Pro. I know I'm late to the game on this. It's been out for probably a year now, so I can do up to 4 camera inputs. So this will be the first time switching to a second camera on my own live stream. So let's see if this works. Here we go. Made a cut. Woo! What's up? Second camera. Finally got it rocking. So it's kind of exciting, right? I don't know. So this is the behind the scenes. You can see here how everything looks. So let's cut back here. And yeah, I mean, obviously there's other cameras I can still set up here. I could set up the Fujifilm X-T4, and then in the box beneath me right here is the brand new cinema camera that I just got in the mail today, and I haven't even cracked it open yet. So I'm excited to show all you guys. Everyone that joins is going to find out what camera I just bought with my own money, and yeah, and that's going to be fun to add to the whole mix. So it's exciting to see all you guys here. Start saying hello to everyone, and then we'll start getting into more of the behind the scenes on what's happening here. So what's up, 10A33? It's a big username there. Matesh, hi, how's it going? Magic TV, what's up? Andre Gittin says it's been a long time since another live stream. You are correct, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. It's been crazy. We've had just so much going on. Family stuff, travel, vacation. We were in Hawaii for a while, Michigan for a while. So I've just been all over the place, traveling for work in Texas. So finally back at it on the live streams. And so I'm just excited to be here with you guys. Let's see. Oh, saying that audio is only in the left ear. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't think I can fix that during the live stream. You have to get off to fix it. So sorry, that's an OBS thing. If you're only able to hear in one channel side there, I'll have to fix that afterwards. I forgot when I first set this up on my old computer that I had to fix that. So yeah, I mean, I'm on the new M1 iMac here. So I haven't seen a lot of people using this for live streaming yet. It's kind of, I don't know, still really new computer. I've been loving it. I don't know if you guys saw the last video I posted on this channel was all about the brand new Apple M1 iMac 24-inch. I've really been loving it. And yeah, I mean, it works pretty well for live streaming. It's definitely powerful enough. The M1 chip is pretty good. So yeah, it's been kind of getting everything set up in this new ecosystem. It sounds crazy, but basically the new M1 iMac it's pretty different in the sense, excuse me, at least for me, that this computer has only USB-C or Thunderbolt 2 and Thunderbolt 3 ports on the back. So I basically had to convert everything over to it, which forced me to get the new ATEM Mini Pro because it uses USB-C, and my old little streaming device, like I was talking about, the Blackmagic Mini recorder, didn't support that. It was Thunderbolt 2. So I've had to convert everything over here. It's been a little bit interesting trying to get it all set up. But yeah, it seemed to work. It's seeming to work all now on the M1, and the live streams are working great. So far anyways, I'll fix the audio for you guys in the next stream so it's in both ears, left and right. What's up, Eddie Lopez, Lock and Shake Films? He says, what tube lights are those? I gotta get some. Yes, so these are the DF Digital Photo Chameleon light tubes, and I've made a whole review of them on the channel already. You could check that out. They're really nice lights. They're pretty inexpensive, so you could definitely get a couple of them. I have a third one right here behind the desk, and so that's kind of what's lighting this up with this kind of like blue cyan color here. So yeah, I really like them. They're nice lights. Let's see. Lock and Shake Film says he hopes it's a Sony. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to crack it open. We'll see what the new camera is that I got shortly. Yeah, okay. So says who is the sound? Yeah, I'm not sure what that chat is. Yeah, Eddie Lopez says hello from Puerto Rico. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's got to be like midnight over in Puerto Rico right now. It's 9 o'clock here in Arizona, so I'm sure it's pretty late everywhere more on the East Coast side. Let's see. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about the live stream, and definitely please leave your questions below about the gear and let me know what kind of stuff you're using. So let's talk about the basic setup right off the bat, what I'm using here. I'll try and switch back and forth between the cameras, so you're not just looking at the back of my head the whole time, but I'm going to switch to the behind the scenes camera so you can see all the gear setup and everything like that. So keep the questions popping in here. All right, so essentially what we have as the main setup here is I'm filming everything on the Sony a6600. I just got this camera about a month ago, made a review of it. It replaced my Sony a6500. And I'm really liking it because it doesn't have any overheating, especially when you're filming in 4K. Has better battery life and even improved autofocus. And then we have the Sony G Master 16 to 35 millimeter on there, which is nice because I can just kind of adjust my framing as I need to. So show you here, this is at its widest focal length, 16 millimeters, but if I needed to zoom in all crazy to 35, I could. So it's nice to be able to change that framing on the fly, as I need to. So that's the camera setup for the main talking head stuff. And then basically I have a continuous power supply running to it here so that it never runs out of battery. On live streams, you definitely want to be on all continuous battery life when live streaming and recording long events and that sort of thing. Anytime I'm doing live streaming, for work, I'm always plugged into continuous power. So that's a definite need. The other thing that I've got set up here, it's kind of hard to tell, but basically I have a monopod that this camera is attached to. And it's just clipped onto the top here with a little ball head so I can adjust the camera as I need to. And then the monopod is actually clamp mounted to the back of the desk, with a little, essentially like C-clamp that the Manfrotto little tiny tripod is attached to. So that allows me to adjust the height of this camera up and down if I need to, and everything like that. So that's how the camera is mounted behind. It's nothing crazy complicated, but it works pretty well. And then as far as audio setup, we'll go right into that. So basically for the microphone, I'm using the Rode NT1A. It's a pretty basic microphone. I believe it's a cardioid microphone. I had to look it up, but I'm pretty sure. But it's really simple microphone with this little shock mount here and a pop filter to control those P's and T's and everything like that. And then it is on a Rode swivel like desk mount. It's extremely common. There's nothing crazy about this setup, but it works well. And then it's all running back with XLR back to this over here. You might be able to see a little bit. It's the audio box USB. And so this just allows, 2 microphone inputs. I just have the one for the mic. You can control your gain here and everything like that you need to. It does have plus 48 volts. So if you have a microphone like this that needs phantom power, or something like the Shure SM7B, another really popular mic made popular by Joe Rogan, you know, it has phantom power that you can turn on and off here. And then that's running back just via USB into the M1 iMac. So nothing crazy there. And then inside of OBS, which is what I'm streaming with today, I have it selected as the audio input source. You know, you could also plug the microphone, whatever you want to use, directly into your camera and have all your audio and video come in together. That way you avoid any sort of syncing issues. But I didn't want to do that because it sounds much clearer and better as, you know, a standard XLR microphone. So that's the audio and basic video setup. I'm going to get even deeper into it here shortly. I just want to check in with the chat, see what you guys are doing. All right. Sigma Tech, hi from India. How you doing? Magic TV says it's 5:17 a.m. in Nigeria. Yeah, you're up early. I cannot get up that early. I way too early for me. Lucas Holmes says 4:17 p.m. on a Tuesday here in New Zealand. What? That like blows my mind. I thought you were joking at first. It's 4:17 p.m. on Tuesday. That's crazy. It's 9 o'clock at night, Monday still here. You're literally living in the future, my friend. So that's crazy. Yeah, 9:50 a.m. in India, and it's after 12 a.m. here in St. Lucia, says Andre. Yeah, so pretty crazy. I love kind of the whole like worldwide audience. It's fun to see everyone, you know, all come together. I know it's it's different times all over the world, so that's what makes this fun. Filmmaking connects all of us. I think that we all have just a really common interest in it and a love for video and cameras and tech and everything, so it's fun to share that with people from all over the world, speak different languages, and live in completely different time zones. So back to the live streaming setup. So you saw what I'm using there, and then the camera behind me that's getting the behind the scenes. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, and nothing crazy going on there. Got it in a cage, and I'm using the Tokina Cinema 11-20. So it's a really wide angle lens. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see here. So I can get it even wider. That's at 11 millimeters, fully zoomed out. And then let's go back in here. There we go. Okay, so that's a great lens. I love the Tokina Cinema lens. And then just it's running actually on a big V-mount battery because I didn't feel like plugging it in. I know I said earlier, like plug in your things, but it has a huge V-mount battery on there. It's definitely going to last for this live stream. Yeah, so that's the setup there. And then it's running back into the ATEM Mini Pro, just with an HDMI cable that's running around here and popping into the ATEM Mini Pro. So that's the biggest new thing here is that ATEM Mini Pro. So let me see. Hopefully you guys are all able to see this okay and not getting any crazy glitching or anything. Sridhar Bot says, can you check CPU usage? Are you asking about like how well it's able to handle all of this because of the live stream, or are you having trouble seeing it? I don't know. So back to this, the ATEM Mini Pro, which I have right here. See if I can get the microphone a little bit closer and allow you guys to see this. Basically, it just has the two HDMI cables running into it, one from the Sony a6600, the other one from the Pocket 6K Pro. And then it's running from USB-C here into the iMac to USB-C. And then inside of OBS, which I have up here in the corner, that's where I can select the ATEM Mini Pro. So it's really easy. I could just make simple little cuts here on the buttons. So I'll make a cut right now to the behind the scenes, or back to the main camera here. And then, you know, it has little transitions built in, auto. It'll do like a little auto fade back. But there's a lot built into this that you can do. There's like graphic treatments and, you know, you could plug in two microphones into this. Unfortunately, they're only 3.5 millimeter jacks, so you can't plug in a full XLR. That's the one thing I wish you could do with the ATEM Mini Pro. And there's actually no version with that. They all convert down to a 3.5 millimeter jack. So that's a little bit unfortunate that you can't plug right into it. But there's a ton to learn and know about the ATEM Mini Pro. I'm still scratching the surface. This is my first personal live stream using it. And yeah, I like it so far, but in the future, I'll definitely set up even more cameras with the ATEM Mini Pro. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much to learn. You can record directly onto it with a USB-C drive. Let me see if I have one here. Nope. It's my SSD. But so yeah, you can record directly onto that. And you know, if you're live streaming events or a wedding or something like that, you could switch the whole thing, multi-camera angle, and when it's done, it's all recorded to that little USB-C drive, and you can walk away and know that you've got everything actually already edited. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's been a really nice setup so far, and I'm just enjoying using it. And hopefully you guys have any questions about gear, cameras, lighting, anything like that. I'd love to answer them. So let's actually talk a little bit about lighting. I am using a new light now. So right here I'm using a Falconize RT12DX, something like that. Longest name in the world, but I'll be releasing a full new video review on it tomorrow. And so it'll be a little bit, better explained than I just did, but I've got a little softbox on it, and then it's just mounted up here, behind my monitor to give us a nice key light. I'm really liking this light. The nice thing is the control box for it is totally separate from the light itself. So to control it, what I used to be doing for my live streams is I had to get up and go behind it and make control changes, but now the whole thing is right here. It's let me see if I can show you that. It's all over here. So I can make my changes with the little box right here underneath my speaker. So that got so much more simple, easy to click the light on and off, and everything like that. And yeah, it's just a nice soft light in the little box here. So yeah, Sridhar Bhat is wondering about the percentage use of CPU. I don't have any tools set up on my computer right now to even test that. So I don't know if you have a recommendation for one, send it my way and I'll do a little test to see how it's going. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. 10A30 Matesh says, what is your headset? Yeah, exactly. Lucas Holmes just linked it. Yeah, it's just this. They're standard Sony headphones, studio headphones. They're the most common. Where I work at the studio, we have a set of 6 of them. So super common headphones. They work great. They're just really clean. They don't add any extra bass or anything like that. If you try to edit with Beats headphones, they actually remix the music or the audio and add a lot of extra stuff. So these are just really straight and clean. So yeah, that's the headphone setup, the lights. We've covered the 2 cameras, the ATEM Mini Pro. Now I want to show you what I'm using to monitor the ATEM Mini Pro. And that is my little Atomos Ninja V here. So right here, I have coming out of the ATEM Mini Pro is just a full-size HDMI cable, and then it's going full-size HDMI cable into the ATEM Mini, or excuse me, not the ATEM, they all sound the same, into the Atomos Ninja V. And so this is giving me a program out feed and a preview and everything, so I can see the other angle here, and then I can see what's live. And if I had more cameras plugged in, I could see all 4 of them there. And also I can see my audio and everything here as well. So that's just to see what camera angles I'm all using. In the future, I might not use the Ninja V. I might just plug this directly into the second monitor here, because I'm not really using the second monitor for anything. What I do have it set up as is I'll show you. So this is the ATEM software control. So it's funny because the ATEM software control actually does pretty much all the same things as the ATEM Mini Pro hardware down here. So for some reason, if you couldn't do it there, you can actually switch here. So I can click on cam 1 and it's switching back now, and that's all running through the software. So that's kind of cool. I could do my fades here. It has a little virtual fader, and I can fade over to the other camera as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that does. But again, it's not really necessary to be using the ATEM software control. So let me see here. Okay, cutting back. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And I think in the future for my program and these live streams and multi-angles, I'll probably just plug the ATEM Mini Pro right into my second display. So the second display is also new to the setup, and it's been helping a lot with editing and everything. Oh man, I can't even remember what it is. I think it's a... I don't even know what it is. I think it's like a Samsung or something like that monitor, but it's a 24-inch. I got it, with this really clean bezel. That's really teeny tiny so that it would match the aesthetic of the M1 iMac a little bit better. And I have it on a Visa mount, so it's clamped to the back of the desk, so it's floating here, and there's not a full stand in the way, so I can get my switcher right underneath it, so it's really nice and clean. So yeah, that's been really nice. I really like running the my computers with two displays when I can, because obviously it really helps with editing. You can have multi windows up doing everything. So yeah, I've been really happy with that. Finally having that set up at home. At work, we always use two displays. I don't know why I haven't finally done it, but I've done it here, and it works with the M1. I haven't seen anyone else using a second display with the M1, so I don't know. I'm definitely not the first, but it's nice to do. So that's the basis of the live stream setup. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else behind the scenes on the live stream setup I could show you guys. That's really it. Do you guys have any questions on how I'm doing it here? It is all running through OBS. You can run everything through the ATEM software control, which I was just showing you. You can actually live stream directly from there. There's a button there to go on air, which I accidentally hit like a couple of weeks ago when I was testing it out, and actually went live for like 15-30 seconds by accident. I didn't even know. It's just like a shot on my desk. So yeah, that can all be ran through there as well if you don't want to use OBS. But I like OBS because it allows me to put up that intro graphics before we start and ending graphics, and share my screen and all that kind of stuff, which you can't really do with the ATEM software control. That's more for just like straight cutting between angles and adding some graphics, but I don't think it's quite as robust with the media stuff. I know you can add in media, but I'm going to play with that more. Maybe the ATEM software control will become my new way of live streaming instead of using OBS, but I'm really comfortable with OBS. So I don't know, do you guys use OBS to live stream, or what software do you use? All right, so let's see. Check out the comments here. Modine8, how's it going? What's up? Sridhar Bhat says, your thoughts on the Lumix S5 for video? Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I haven't tested it out yet. I haven't actually really shot with any of the Panasonic cameras, but it looks really nice. I believe, if I'm thinking of the same camera, I know it's full frame, and I think it shoots in up to 6K externally, if I remember right. But let me see if I can pull up the specs here. Yeah, the S5. It looks like a really nice camera. So, yeah, full frame. I don't know. I mean, how is the autofocus on it? I know that's a big thing with a lot of the Panasonic cameras, that their autofocus isn't super good. And I know they're working on it, but it looks like a nice camera. So yeah, what's up? Speedy Ant says he just joined but can only hear in the left ear. Yeah, sorry. This is the first time I've done a live stream setup with some of this new gear here. So I have to go in and actually change some settings so that you can hear on the left and right side, which I didn't do. I did on previous streams and had it all set up, and then I reconfigured everything, got a new computer and new equipment for live streaming. And of course, there's always something that I find out that I need to change. So yeah, thanks for throwing that out there. I'm definitely going to get it fixed. All right. So yes. And Sridhar saying, yes, the S5 does 6K external, which is awesome. Yeah, I think you can use something like the Atomos Ninja V to get 6K external. Yeah, so it looks like a nice camera. Obviously, that full frame look is fantastic. Flip out screen. I think the Panasonic S5 would be a good camera if you have a lot of lenses for it already. I know for me, when I was looking into those cameras, I didn't have any lenses that could actually natively mount to. I think it's an L mount, if I remember right. And they're expensive. So if you don't have any native lenses for the camera, always think twice before switching to it. For me, I like buying new camera bodies, but I like to know that I'm actually going to have lenses that'll work with it, because, the body is only half the cost of actually like running a new camera system. You have to buy lenses like the Fujifilm X-T4 that I have here. When I got this, I didn't have a single lens for it, and I started getting lenses like this Viltrox. But before that, I was just adapting my Canon EF lenses with an adapter. So I couldn't actually test the autofocus or anything like that, or any other features, because they were all adapted lenses. So that's something to think about before buying any camera. It's just what's the cost of lenses going to be, or are you going to be able to adapt? And is autofocus going to work if you adapt? So yeah, I think I've covered most of the live stream stuff here. We're 27 minutes into this live stream. For those of you that have joined because you want to see me unbox the new camera, I think I'm going to do that now so that we don't get too late into the live stream and I haven't unboxed it. I know people would be waiting for this. Guys, if you want to see me unbox this camera new right now on the live stream, hit the like button, guys. Definitely helps. Helps get the video out there, get the other people watching. So hit like if you want to see this thing actually get unboxed, because I got it right here. Whew. Yeah, it's right here from B&H. And yeah, gotta open this bad boy up. Make sure you hit like. We're gonna get started unboxing this thing really shortly. I'm really excited to show you guys what's in the box. What's in the box? Oh, sorry. Smacking my microphone, getting crazy feedback. So yeah, let's get it. Let's just crack it open. I saw a couple likes come in, two, 3 likes. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. Let's get this thing cracked open. Let me find my scissors. Hold on. Some are down here. Okay. So yeah, let's see what's in here. Woo. I'm excited. You know what? Before I show you guys this, maybe you should leave a comment down in the chat below. What camera do you think I bought? So, new camera. Like I was saying, it is a cinema camera. So, oh, sorry, I'm getting some audio feedback here. Hold on. Let me try and fix this really quick before it gets bad. Sorry, hold on. There we go. Okay. Audio should be sounding better now. All right. So leave a comment down below right now. I'm about to crack this thing open. Let me know what you think I got. What camera did I get? It is a cinema camera, and I'm excited to show you guys. I'm excited to open it up. What do you think? What do you think I got? Shridar's saying he thinks it's the Blackmagic 6K Pro. It's a good guess. I'm filming on the 6K right now. That's the behind the scenes cam. That would be a sensible next upgrade. Micah Foster thinks it's the FX6. Could be. It's a great camera. I love Sony. Shot a ton on the Sony FS5s, FS7s. Bunch of Sony cameras, obviously, shooting on the A6600 now. Yeah. What other guesses do you guys have? It's I definitely am curious to know what you guys think. Oh, cinema line. I like that. Okay. Yep. So Blackmagic 6K. Yeah. I'm shooting on the Blackmagic 6K now. That's what this camera is. It's not the Pro, but it is the 6K. So good guess, Eddie. Yeah, a lot of people think it's the Blackmagic 6K. I hope you're not disappointed. Let's see what we got. It's Sony, boys. It's a Sony. What's it gonna be? You probably already know what it is now. Sony FX3 cinema line. Look at that. This box is kind of cool. They went with like a really, I don't know, pared back look. Just totally brown. Little black on there. Yep, Sony FX3. So they say it's a cinema camera. Does it qualify? I don't know. It's got 2 XLR inputs and 16-bit recording. So I'm pretty excited. Let's crack this thing open. First time ever on the live stream. You guys saw it here first. So, woo, I'm excited. Okay. USB-C cable. That's nice. Whatever. All right. Okay. Losing papers. Yeah, so let's bust this thing out. See if I can find it in here. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I don't even know which one's the camera. I think it's probably right in here. It's definitely really small. So, little cinema camera. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited to see this. Whew, it's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, actually. It's kind of a big boy. Whoa. Wow. This is my first time seeing it in person. I've only seen pictures and reviews and stuff. So It's bigger and thicker than I thought it was going to be. It's bigger than the Sony a7S III for sure, which I've done a full review on the channel. Yeah, this is looking pretty sweet though. Let's see if I can swap over to this camera here. So there's the Sony FX3. Let's flip out that screen. So it's the cinema line, boys. It's a cinema line. It's a cinema cam. So yeah, I'm excited. Look at that. See if you can see the cinema line logo there. Yep. Hey, they say so. And then it's got the fan there. I guess that's a big part of what makes it the cinema line. The little fan port here. See if you can see that. So shouldn't overheat at all when shooting 4K full frame. Let's take a look for the first time at that full frame sensor. It's been a while. Ooh. Okay. It's been a while since I've shot full frame, so I'm excited to be shooting full frame on my cameras again because everything I've been using has been APS-C. So really excited to get this all put together. The new Sony FX3. I don't know. Are you guys disappointed it's not the Pocket 6K Pro? I know a lot of you guys thought it was going to be. Let's see what else is in the box though, right? So got the camera out, and I know that XLR handle is in here somewhere. So what's up, Tech for Your Needs? How you doing? Welcome. And Micah Foster says, wondering the same thing as Sridhar. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Are you talking about the CPU usage again? I don't really know. Oh, sorry. I keep hitting the microphone like XLR and it pops. So I'm sorry if you're listening on headphones. Like, rest in peace. I'm sorry. It's terrible. So see if I can fix that. There we go. Okay, so let's switch back here. Wow, look at that. 2 camera angles finally on the live stream. I've been like living in the, I don't know, the Stone Age with just 1 camera angle all along. So here we go. Here's the top handle with the dual XLR inputs. Let me tell you, first impressions. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a little bit goofy looking. I mean, you've seen the pictures, pretty front heavy there, but yeah, I like it. It's a little bit, I can tell that it's like hollow inside. It's not a solid metal handle like something from Small Rig that's going to be like a super solid piece of metal. I can definitely tell that the handle itself is a little bit hollow. So that's, you know, a little bit disappointing, but I think it's there to make it really light. So let's get this top handle cut, put on top here. And it just uses these little 1/4-20 threads and goes right into the top of it. Oh, got to pull off the little protective pieces for the audio input there. See if I can pull these off without damaging it. All right. Okay, here we go. Whew, okay. Slides into place really nice. I could feel it go into the cold shoe, and then I'm just going to finger tighten this on. Little top handle here. So yeah, guys, this is my first time getting this set up. Just pulled it out of the box. If you just joined the live stream, got the new Sony FX3. I just bought this. It's not a review unit. Invested in this myself, and it's actually going to be my new A camera setup for full frame, full 2 XLR inputs for getting nice clean audio. And then of course I can quickly throw this onto a gimbal to get really nice full frame 4K 16-bit image, but on a gimbal because the camera's so light and small. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see what else is happening in the chat here. Let's see. I don't know what Matt Stone's talking about. Let's see. Sridhar says not CPU this time. Micah Foster says managing 3 different systems. Question above mine a little bit. Not sure exactly what he's talking about there. Yeah, if you guys are wanting to know like the CPU usage that I'm using right now for this live stream, I don't know. I'd have to look up a good tool or something to tell you exactly what's going on with it, how well it's working. So if you know something to use, some tool or whatever to just test how much my CPU is using right now, then I'll quickly run a little test on it. All right. Let's see. Sridhar says, how do you manage 3 camera systems? Sony, Blackmagic, Fuji. Yeah, it's a little crazy. So yeah, the Sony FX3 here, the Fujifilm X-T4, and then the Blackmagic behind me. That's this camera. Yeah, it can be a little bit, I don't know. It's a lot of cameras, like a lot of different manufacturers, obviously different mounts, everything like that, different menu systems. But I guess you get used to it. I've been using so many different cameras for so long that I've just learned, I don't know, the quirks of each of them, what I like and why I gravitate towards different cameras for whatever the shoot is or the use. But a lot of my a lot of my lenses are all Canon EF mount. So, like obviously I got Sony E mount here, but a lot of them, a lot of the lenses are Canon EF mount. So I just adapt them. So I'll definitely throw a Canon EF lens on this new FX3, and I'll throw Canon mount lenses on the X-T4. And I'll just adapt a lot of them because I do a lot of manual focusing. So I think that's how I handle switching between so many different manufacturer types. And of course, the Pocket 6K is Canon EF mount. So that's a big part of it. I don't worry too much about that. I don't know. A lot of people are like, you know, Sony fanboys or Blackmagic fanboys. You know, like you just said, I have totally different manufacturers here, and I love them both for totally different reasons. And the Blackmagic I love for totally different reasons. I used to have Canon. I don't love them as much. It's been a long time since I've owned a Canon camera, and I don't think I'll be buying one for a really long time. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty easy to manage as long as you're able to adapt your lenses between them and everything like that. And they all match pretty well because they all shoot in a form of log, so I can match all the cameras pretty well. They don't look too different. So let's see here. Crosstalk TV says, do you like the Shure 7B? Yeah, it's a great microphone. We use it at the studio podcast. Like, we shoot a lot of podcasts for work, and we use 3 Shure SM7Bs all set up. They're really nice microphones. I like the sound of them. I guess the only downside I would say is that it takes like plus 60 decibels or something like that. So even if you do a phantom power of plus 48 volts on that, it's not enough to get a good line level, like a good sound out of the microphone. You have to use something like the Cloud Lifter, which is what we use, that adds, I think, another 25 decibels. So it's a total of almost 75 decibels to make that microphone sound good. So as long as you use something like a Cloud Lifter to add that extra gain, then it's a great microphone. But yeah, I've just been using this one for so long, the Rode NT1A, that I haven't touched the Shure SM7B for my own personal use, but we use it at work like constantly. Let's see. Micah Foster says, sorry for bad phrasing. I was saying the question I was referring to was Sridhar's, which was above mine a little, asking about managing 3 different camera brands. Okay, gotcha. Hopefully I answered that now. Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, I did. All right. Let's see. Greg Jones says, I think you can check the CPU usage on the Mac with Activity Monitor. Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay. Let me do a quick little look-ski here. See if I can tell you guys what's going on here. Okay. Let me switch camera angles here. So I've got the Activity Monitor pulled up. CPU usage. Like, where's the overall? I don't even know. System. Says for system, 9%. User, 33%, idle 56%. So I'm guessing, like, I don't know, I don't usually go in and look at this, but I think that means that 58% of my computer now, it's saying, is idle. So there's still a lot of power to be used here. Let's see what the memory says. Okay, so this computer has 16 gigabytes of memory. That's the biggest you can get for the M1 iMacs, and I'm using 12 gigabytes. So there's still, only 4 gigabytes available. It's not a ton. I would love to have this thing more decked out with like 32 or 64 gigabytes of RAM, but unfortunately the M1 iMacs don't offer that. So yeah, that's what's going on with the usage type. Hopefully that helps. What's up, Iavo? How's it going? Yes, the audio is mono. Sorry about that. I have to make some changes in OBS here. This is my first time live streaming with this new setup, and so I got to do some changes. So for right now, if you're listening on headphones, you're only going to be able to hear in one ear. I can't change it on the fly. I wish I could. Like in the settings on OBS, it doesn't even let you like change it to dual mono without I don't know, closing OBS or whatever. So restarting it. So just bear with me while it's mono. On the next live stream, it'll be better. We talked about already all the live stream equipment and gear that I'm using in this live stream. So if you just joined, you did miss that. But yeah, let's see here. Activity monitor, Greg Jones. Yeah, so I pulled that up. Hopefully that answered you guys' questions on activity monitor, but it seems like there's still a lot of CPU freed up here. So let's keep taking a look at the new Sony FX3. So I'm pretty excited about this. Let's go ahead and pull off the little like plastic protectors here. Oh, I forgot. It's like a little flap door that protects your audio. So that's actually kind of cool because basically, you know, you can get everything set up and then, oh, let's see if it'll focus. Don't look at my face. There we go. Oh, nope, it's off. I don't know. Anyways, so it's got this little plastic protector so that you don't accidentally change your audio settings, especially if you're like running with the top handle here. You don't want to like accidentally adjust any of those settings. So I like that it has that protector. And of course that helps with weather. If there's a light drizzle or rain or something, you can protect all of those settings. So everything, you know, it's really nice actually. If you've ever used something like this with XLR inputs and a little module here on the side, it's really nice to be able to change your settings on the fly, add, you know, 48 volts of, like I was just talking about, phantom power, you know, adjust your gain and everything all on the fly without having to actually dial into any of the camera settings. I use it all the time at work on our Sony FS5, FS7, the Canon C300 and C500. It's the same exact setup. So it's really nice to be able to adjust that. So I'm excited to be using this top handle. I know it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's going to take some getting used to having like this big giant thing on top, but I definitely won't always be using this top handle for whatever I'm doing, only when I need to do XLR inputs. But yeah, I think it's clean. Let's get a battery in this thing, see if we can actually get it turned on, see if it works. So, all right, what else is in the box here, guys? Okay, there's another little thing here. Looks like this is where the charger's at. So I'm assuming the battery's underneath of that. Let's see. You know what? Maybe the battery's in the camera because I don't see it. Not yet. Nope, it's not in the camera. Might be in one of these little compartments. Let's see, guys. Where's the battery at? Oh, here it is. It's underneath the box in a spot where I didn't think there would be anything, but there is. There's a battery and there's a little cold shoe mount adapter. I don't know where the heck this goes. I think it goes on top of this handle or something. Yeah, so there's a little cold shoe mount adapter. Might go on this top handle or something. So yeah, the only other thing in this box is the charger for the camera. Yeah, let's see. And yeah, cable for the charger. There's no continuous power. There's no even neck strap because it's not really a photo camera, so makes sense they didn't include a neck strap for it. So yeah, let's get a battery popped in the new Sony FX3 here. We've already gone over the whole live stream. If you guys are just joining, we've already gone over the whole thing. And now we're going to check out the Sony FX3. Got a battery popped in here. It uses the same Z batteries as the Sony A7S III, which I've already done a full review on. Here we go. Hopefully they didn't send me a dud. Let's go ahead and click this thing on. It now uses a little power switch here in the back instead of it usually on top of the shutter button there. So cinema line, guys. The button, they moved it and makes it cinema now. All right, okay, so I got to go through all the menu setups. Okay, I'm just gonna do it, guys. I know I'm gonna do it while you're here, so you know, ask me your questions while I'm setting up the camera in real time with you. We're gonna go through and set this thing up real quick, and I will. Oops, I just changed. I put in the wrong date. Okay, I rushed it. It's definitely not July 1st. All right, so yeah, looks nice. Got the whole camera set up here. Everything's looking good. See what's going on here. All right, so yeah, anyways, the Sony FX3 flip out screen. it works. Battery's on. I'm going to have to throw a lens on here. I'll be making a full review of the Sony FX3 very soon. But yeah, so far I'm liking the look of it. The body is really nice with this kind of like brushed. It's not brushed, but kind of like, I don't know, gray aluminum look or something. And yeah, I think it's pretty comfortable with that top handle. It's not bad. So I'll be making a full review. I could see like it's got all the buttons on the top for, you know, record. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. It's got, you know, new record buttons, white balance, you know, more particular video centric buttons on the top, ISO, iris, and a little zoom, wide, and telephoto. So if you have a lens on there. But yeah, let's see that full-size HDMI. Of course, that's a great feature. It's really kind of dark in there. You can't see it, but it's got the full-size HDMI inputs. And then let's see what else we have on there. You know, other standard ports and everything. Your USB-C 3.5mm jack. Let's see, it's got the double SD card slots. And then, of course, you can put the new Sony cards in there. Probably, I don't know, might have to get some of those, the CF Express. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be a really good investment. New little cinema camera here. It's really kind of a powerful beast for how small it is. So I'm excited. Guys. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Sony FX3 or the Pocket 6K Pro? I mean, like I said, I'm, you know, shooting all the behind the scenes here on the Pocket 6K. Haven't upgraded the 6K Pro yet. But I don't know, might do a review of it in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see that. So let's see what else is going on in the live stream. Charles Finley, how's it going? He says he loves Canon. That's good. I just haven't like bought or wanted to touch or use a Canon camera in a long time. And the last time I did, I think it was the Canon R. Oh man, it was like Canon. I think it was just the Canon EOS R. And it's, you know, the mirrorless, it's one of the more entry level ones for their mirrorless. And I just really didn't like it. It was really bothered me trying to set it up. I was like, oh yeah, remember why I left Canon? But that's okay. I think they have nice colors, right? That's what they're known for. So, okay, let's see here. Yeah, sorry again about the sound settings. I know everyone keeps bringing that up. I will change that for the next live stream, I swear. Woodley Lazama says Pocket 6K Pro all day. For me, it's a beast. Yeah, so I think it's a great camera. I haven't actually used the 6K Pro yet, but everything I've seen, like as far as reviews and everything, looks fantastic. Looks like a really worthy upgrade to the Pocket 6K. So I definitely want to get my hands on one for you guys, do a review, and I'd love to join the 6K Pro family as well. That was a big thing for me. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the 6K Pro or invest in the Sony FX3. It's a lot more expensive. It's like twice the price, and woof. But I wanted to be able to use my, you know, Sony native lenses and have really nice autofocus for gimbal work, and some really quick run and gun client work, which you're not getting with the Blackmagic. It just has really bad autofocus. So I needed that. So I think I'll be running both the Pocket 6K and the Sony FX3. So this will probably be my main A cam, and then the Pocket 6K is going to be my B cam for now. So yeah, I think it's going to be a nice new setup. Yeah, the codec is easy to edit. Yeah, if you're shooting in B-RAW or ProRes, both of those are great codecs to edit in. All right, so it's been an exciting live stream. I have never unboxed a brand new camera on a live stream before. If you guys are just joining, definitely hit like first off. You know, it helps, and it lets me know you guys enjoy these live streams and you want me to come back. But this is my first time streaming with this new live stream setup, the ATEM Mini Pro, the M1 iMac. And yes, it's powerful enough to do this all. And then unboxing the new Sony FX3 live on YouTube with you guys. And I'll be making a full review of this. You know what? I forgot. I got a cage. Boys. That's what you're here for. I know it. That's what you're here for, right? Let's get the box. I keep forgetting. Where's it at? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so thank you, Amazon, for shipping. All right. Gonna open this right now. Ooh, nice crinkles. Ooh, like a little ASMR. Opening the box. What's in it? Small rig. Okay, I know a lot of people hate on small rig. I like small rig. They're pretty affordable and they make good stuff. So let's see the cage that I got for the Sony FX3. Again, bought this myself. Small rig doesn't sponsor me, doesn't send me anything free. I buy all my own small rig equipment. That way I don't have to deal with, reviews and all that pressure and whatever to make something they like. I just tell it as it is. Whether I like their cages or not. I hate their cage for the Sony A6600. It was terrible. Sent it back and got the Nicey Rig one. It's a knockoff of a knockoff, right? Small rig. A lot of people say they knock off like Tilta and things like that. But Nicey Rig knocks off small rig. And they actually made a better cage for the A6600. Made a full review on that. But here we go. So opening up the Sony FX3 cage right now because I got to rig it up. Always do. And again, I'm going to make a full review of this camera coming up shortly. And, putting a cage on it and everything. So we'll do a full build out of the FX3. Make it a true cinema camera. So let's see what this thing looks like. And I actually sprung for really my first ever half cage. I had a half cage on the A7S1, the very first one. My first full frame camera, actually. But I got rid of it because I was like, man, I really need that full cage to mount stuff. But then, unfortunately, looking at the full cage that Small Rig offers, it just, like, the full one actually covers the top ports, so you can't use the top handle with it. So I was like, well, that's useless. I bought the Sony FX3 for using the top handle for, XLR, full XLR inputs. So that's why I sprung for the half cage. It just made a lot more sense so that I could still use the top handle. And look at that. It's going to work perfectly. Look at that. There's just something about throwing a cage on a camera that immediately looks 10 times better. So I think that's fine too. I don't need a cage on this side because I don't have to mount anything over there. For me, I can mount everything here, and then it has a little 15 millimeter rod adapter here, so I can quickly throw on a follow focus, and I could throw on more 15 millimeter rods on the bottom if I need to for whatever, but my matte box clamps onto the front. It's the base camp from Polar Pro. Still the best clamp on matte box in my opinion. It's better than Bright Tangerine. That's a total waste of money. They're so expensive. And then, Small Rig just released their clamp matte box. Tilta has their clamp on matte box. And they're affordable. They're all about $100. But they just don't have the variable ND filter side built out at all. The variable ND filters built into the Polar Pro Basecamp are incredible. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. I have a couple of reviews on my channel of the Polar Pro Basecamp. It's incredible. The variable ND filter inside of a matte box is like heavenly. And the Small Rig and the Tilta matte boxes that are new, they only allow you to throw in those clamp-on ones. They say they allow circular filters, but there's no way to change your circular polarizer when it's in the matte box. So it just doesn't work great for a VND. Anyways, going on a rant here, but I think this half cage for the FX3 is going to work because I can throw the follow focus on there. My matte box clamps onto the front of the lens. And then, I can put a side handle here with the little 1/4-20 threads or whatever. If I bought the full cage, I would not be able to use the top handle, which is what I wanted to be able to still do and have that cage. Even the Tilta one doesn't allow you to use the top handle, which makes no sense to me. If you buy the Tilta cage, it actually covers the port for the top handle. It just makes no sense. Why would you build a cage that doesn't let you use one of the main accessories for the camera on the Sony FX3? So yeah, forgot about opening the cage, guys. I'm glad we got to that. And it does have an Arca Swiss mount on the bottom, which I love, because then I can just quickly slide this onto something like my gimbal, the Crane 2S, which I can use an Arca Swiss mount on. And then I'm starting to try and convert a bunch of my tripods to Arca Swiss because it's really fast and sleek. And then I don't need to put an additional plate on the bottom of the cage. The Arca Swiss is built right into the cage. So this became my quick release plate. And then of course I can mount everything else on this. So yeah, I'm excited for this little half cage. I think it's going to do a really good job on the FX3. So excited to make a full review of this for you guys. I don't know. Are you guys interested in this camera? I know a lot of people with the Sony FX3 were like, why? Why? Like, why is it necessary? They saw the Sony A7S III and they're like, good enough, eh? but I disagree. I think the FX3 is a lot better than the A7S III in the sense that you're getting a top handle with full-size XLR inputs, which if you do this professionally, corporate work, ads, you need XLR inputs for your audio. You just do. And having that ability is really nice because the A7S III only has, 3.5 mil jack input. So yeah, I think this is definitely a really big upgrade, having that ability, the ability to do that. So obviously it doesn't have the little LED, what the heck is it called? The little display, this thing. It doesn't have a viewfinder, sorry. Doesn't have a viewfinder, but I never use the viewfinder. I really don't. I'm always using an external monitor or just the little LCD on the back. So there's no point to have it. I know the Pocket 6K, obviously that I'm using right here for this angle, it doesn't have a viewfinder. This new 6K Pro does have an option for it, which I think is nice if you want a little viewfinder. For me, I'm not a viewfinder guy. I don't find use for them. I really don't. So anyways, yeah, I think it's going to be a great camera. Excited to show you guys more on it. And hopefully this has been a little bit helpful with the live stream setup. I know that was kind of covered in the very first half of this video, first half an hour. So if you just jumped in, watch the live replay, and I'm going to cover everything. We've been going for almost an hour here, so I want to wrap it up. Let's see what other comments are popping in. Jan Baz, what's up? Let me get some water here. I'm talking a lot. Jan Baz says, which one's better, Sony or Blackmagic? Dude, question of the ages, right? I don't think one is better than the other. I really don't. I love both brands. I got two Sony cameras here. We're streaming on the Sony a6600 right here, which I love this camera. Really good autofocus. Nice. But it's only an 8-bit camera. Hence the new Sony FX3 that we literally just unboxed. And it's 16-bit. And it's going to be just, oh man, I'm excited to shoot with this thing. I got to go out tomorrow and start shooting something. But yeah, I love it. Great autofocus, good image. But Blackmagic has a lot of its own advantages. You get Blackmagic RAW. So if you want to adjust your ISO, your white balance, all of that after the fact, that's really great. Well, you know what? I lied. Okay. The Sony FX3 with the Ninja V, which we have here, when you shoot in ProRes RAW, you can change your ISO after the fact. And I think they might have added white balance control for the FX3, but I got to double check that. I know they added white balance control for the FX6 and FX9. I hope they didn't leave the FX3 out because that would be really sad. So there is that control, but here's what I will say. I've been shooting in ProRes RAW on the A7S III previously in a review, and ProRes RAW is massive. The files are huge. On my 500 gigabyte SSD that I was recording in, it only allowed me to record for 40 minutes. 500 gigabytes for 40 minutes, so it's pretty bad. Whereas BRAW, obviously, as you know, is a way smaller compressed file, and so you can shoot much smaller, way more data and use way less smaller file sizes. So I think they both have their advantages. Blackmagic definitely has a great color science and a lot of things going for them, and they're way more affordable cameras than a lot of other cameras out there for what they offer. So Blackmagic and Sony, I think they're great rivals for each other. I like both. That's why I shoot on both depending on what my needs are. The Orlando guy says, I just got here, start over. Man, I wish I could. The live stream's going to end here shortly, and you can watch some of the live replay and let me know what you, hopefully if you have any questions, just leave them in the chat. Let's see here. Woodley says, for me, there is no better camera. It depends on your budget and what you're going to do. Yeah, exactly. He's talking about between the Blackmagic and the Sony. Definitely depends on your budget and what you're trying to shoot. Let's see. Janbez says, best format videos for editing. Any suggestions? ProRes is definitely plays back the smoothest for me, especially on Apple and in Final Cut. But ProRes also plays back really smoothly in DaVinci and Premiere. So if you can shoot in ProRes, shoot in ProRes, which you can do on the Blackmagic. And if you're shooting with something like the Sony FX3 or another camera, you can use an external recorder like the Ninja V to get in ProRes, and that makes for really smooth playback. Janba says, how about autofocus consistently to the face? Yeah, so the A6600 has really great autofocus. I can move in here, move out, whatever, it'll focus. If I do a little zooming in, zooming out, it stays in focus. And the FX3 is supposed to have really great autofocus as well. So those do great. The Blackmagic, I mean, it's not even worth saying. Everyone knows that the autofocus on it is terrible. That's why I'm using a manual lens. It doesn't even have autofocus. I just set the focus beforehand. So yeah, hopefully this has been helpful. It's fun to be back on the live streams. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been a couple months. So if you guys have enjoyed this, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, why the heck are you watching this? How did you get here? Make sure you hit subscribe. It doesn't make any sense if you're watching this and you're not subscribed. So yeah, please like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about the live stream setup here. It's been a lot of fun doing this multi-camera angles. I'll definitely be doing this more in the future. And we just had a fun time tonight, unboxing the Sony FX3, my new cinema camera. Cinema line, guys, it says it on there. So, I mean, I could call it a cinema camera, right? Seems a little bit weird for being this small, like a little mirrorless camera, but I'll take it, I'll take what I can get. So, all right, guys, hopefully you have a great night or day. I forgot. It's Tuesday in New Zealand, as we learned at the beginning of this live stream. All right. Have a great one. Day, night, whatever it is, whatever day it is. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. See you later.